What is good, family? Welcome to Horizon Market Moves, where we are building legacy one trade at a time. I am back today with a trade review. So this morning was pretty simple. I didn't catch market open exactly, but let's just go over this trade. It's pretty simple. You know, we like to keep trading simple, keeping God first in all our plans. First thing I did was breathe, actually. I don't know, for some reason I was a little bit on the anxious side this morning about things. So first thing I usually do is I breathe and I say a quick prayer. God, please calm my mind before I execute. Amen. Something quick. And I also do these breathing exercises where we breathe out through our, pushing out our belly and breathing in, bringing your belly back in. That seems to work for me. So it calms me down. But let's get straight into it. So let's go to our 15-minute time frame. Right. So here we have a sweep. Usually I will wait for price to come and sweep completely through the entire wick, but time is fractal, of course. So this was good enough for me. This was good enough for me this morning with price, making sweeping 50%, at least 50% of this wick here. I just boxed it out, and that was good enough for me. So let's go ahead and break it down. Once that happens, I go down into the 1 minute time frame. Okay. And what I do is I look for a market structure shift. First, I look for displacement. Then I look for a market structure shift. Displacement is just an impulsive move in whatever direction you're looking for, just to keep it simple. Okay. So this was the impulsive move right here. Displacement. Okay. Price went back up. Yes, it created a fair value gap, but we didn't have the market structure shift. So I waited. Let me move this out the way. So I waited until price broke here. So once price broke here, this is when I was happy to get into the fill right here. It's a small gap, but a gap indeed. Right about here. If we open it up, you can see the space in between. So that was good enough for me. We had some support right here as well. Just another confluence, support here. When price is trending down, up candles tend to be support. When price is trending up, down candles seem to be support. And here we have support right here. So there's my trade. And I mean, it did what it did. It got me straight there. What I usually do is, I'll enter as soon as price taps into the fair value gap. Like as soon as price, I don't wait for the 50%. Or it doesn't have to fill it completely. Once it taps into the fair value gap, I'm in. And I put my stop loss either over the swing, which this morning I put it over the swing, or you can put it over the last candle that created the fair value gap, which in this case, it would be here. Let me turn this off. It would be right about here. This is the first candle that created the fair value gap. But swing highs tend to be way more safer, okay? So if you are a little bit more anxious in your trades or whatever the case may be, I would put it over the last swing high. I wouldn't go to the extreme and put it all the way up here. But to each his own, because you never know if price is going to come back and fill this, but I'll be willing to take the hit if it does. I just wouldn't risk that amount, especially on a mini. So that's pretty much it. I'm done for the day. I think I'm 250 on the day. Nothing big. Let's see where I'm at for the day. I think I'm 250 on the day. Yeah, I'm 224 on the day. So yeah. And there we have it. It's looking like longs is about to start happening here. well, since we got the video on and it's playing out, if I was bullish on the day, right? If I was bullish on the day, you could wait. This will be a good entry. Okay, so you got an order block here. Your order block high. Got a fair value gap here. Tap into the fair value gap. And it took out liquidity here. Okay. Boom, 1 minute. Perfect. Market structure shift. And entry right here. And going for, I'm not trading. I'm just lining it up as if I was trading. This is how I would be mapping it out live. So, and then this would be my entry on the tap. Stop loss here. Take profit. 1 to 2. If I was bullish on the day. That's a lot. Yeah, that ain't that bad. That's pretty dope. So that's just how my my model entry parameters play out. So you got to see that take place live, but I will not be taking that trade. Discipline is a big factor, guys. Just so you know, it could take you a week to learn a strategy, even though you would need to find trust in that strategy by back testing. But in actuality, it's all about the mind. It took me a long time to get a grip on staying in my trades, not exiting. The addiction of clicking is a real thing in this industry, and people don't talk about it enough. I think, and with God being the focal point of everything that I do, it puts me at ease. But everybody got their own way. I found success doing it this way. I didn't find success until I started using smart money concepts. And listen to me, I've tried almost everything. But that's another conversation for later. That's another conversation for later. So that was my trade, y'all. Yeah. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Peace. Oh, please like, subscribe, comment, do all of that. I appreciate it. If y'all appreciate the content, just let me know. I'll keep pushing it out. But peace.